All righty, welcome into the very first episode of 5 Minute Wager, brought to you by Better and Green. I am Ethan. With me today is Ben, and Ben, we're in reverse roles today. This is a little bit interesting for me. Um, I do host the Getting Technical show with Wyatt, but hosting a show with you as my guest is just it's a new place for me, a new place for you. But welcome in. I'm really looking forward to getting into this new hockey show that we have here. First time we've really dove deep into hockey on this Better and Green podcast here. So really looking forward to it. Happy to have you here. How are you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You and me both big NFL guys, but we both really have a spot in our hearts for hockey too. It doesn't really come out enough on our show. NFL is king for content and everything. But I'm really happy that we got this show going now and excited to see how we can do on the ice this season.
Yeah, you and me both. Like you mentioned, football is king, and hockey just kind of gets shoved to the wayside sometimes.
Mhm.
By the time all the other sports have died off, I mean, once football's over, it's like basically March Madness. And then once that's done, it's like shit, hockey's already in the playoffs, and
Right.
you kind of miss the boat. So, yeah, really looking forward to talking hockey for the remaining of the season, and then maybe next year we'll start right from the jump and get a full season behind us. But
That'd be
really
great.
looking forward to starting the show. Basically, guys, we're just going to go through a couple of plays that we each like. We're trying to keep this pretty short and simple, hence the name 5 Minute Wager. Um, Brilliant name, by the way. Ben came up with that one. So
Thank you, sir.
love the name. Um, we'll try not to ramble, but yeah, we each have three plays we'll be talking about. Ben's going to talk about plays in the New York Rangers at San Jose Sharks game, Columbus Blue Jackets at Edmonton Oilers game, and the Ottawa Senators at Montreal Canadiens game. I'll be talking about that same Ottawa Senators Montreal Canadiens game, as well as Dallas at Detroit and Vegas Golden Knights at the New York Islanders. Um, and just a forewarning before we get into it, we are filming the day before. It just doesn't work out with our schedules to film day of. So it could, if you guys subscribe, like, and comment, try to get us some money so we don't have to work day jobs.
Yes,
We can
sir.
get filming. So throw us a like, a comment, subscribe to us. Maybe we can start filming day of. But yeah, so we don't know goalie information, anything like that. So we're going to give you the best work we can here. But again, it is one day prior. Ben, I will throw it to you first for your first game here.
All right, man. So I'm gonna go first with this Rangers Sharks game. Taking the Rangers in the puck line. That's minus 135. Look at the Sharks minus 92 point differential. Yikes! This team last in the league in scoring. Rangers ninth in the league in goaltending. Last time these two teams played, it was a 6-5 win for the Rangers. So really close. I see this one being more of a blowout. It is in San Jose, but Rangers one of the best teams in the league. Sharks, I mean, arguably, I would say by far the worst in the league. There might be a couple teams that could challenge them for that, like Columbus, but I think the Sharks are definitely the worst in my opinion. So I'm taking the Rangers. I think they win by 2 or 3.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to argue that play for you. There was a while where I was just betting against the Sharks every single game on that puck line there. I stopped for a while, but I probably will join you again tomorrow. The Rangers, like you said, one of the best teams, and the Sharks are historically bad. So I really do like that play. My first play I'll talk about, I'm looking at Dallas Stars at Detroit Red Wings. My Detroit Red Wings tomorrow, and I'm looking for the Red Wings to keep rolling. We get a nice plus price, plus 124 on their money line. I just think it's a good spot here for the Wings. The Stars are on their fourth game of a road trip. This fourth game will be the last before they go home, and it has not been great. They're 1-1-1 on the road trip off a loss to the Islanders. And at this point, I think they're kind of ready to get back home. The Wings, on the other hand, have just a ton of momentum. They've only lost one game in regulation in the new year. They are playing their second straight home game. So I typically like to fade the team on their first game back home, which was against the Lightning on Sunday. And they ended up winning that game, which I just think is a big momentum win for them. Detroit's just rolling right now, really in all sports. I mean, hell, even the Pistons won last week. So I don't know. Something's going on in Detroit. It's
Yep.
kind of weird. I'm not used to it. But I kind of think they just keep rolling. They're not hitting the road again until February. So they have a nice homestand here. Already got their first win under their belt. Just think it's a nice price for a team that's arguably one of the hottest in the league right now. And I think Dallas, kind of disappointed with the road trip. I think they're kind of just ready to get home and start picking up wins from there.
I like it, man. I like it a lot. Throwing some love the Red Wings way. The NHL is better when the Red Wings are good.
It is. It is. And they have not been good for 9 years probably. So,
Man,
yeah,
we need them
we'll
back.
see. I hope they can make a playoff run.
Me too, man. Looking at this Edmonton Columbus Blue Jackets game, money's pouring in on the over the 7, which makes sense. Edmonton is top 5 in scoring on the year, and Columbus, they're giving up the second most goals. But what I'm seeing is that the line is moving further and further in the under's favor, or in the over's favor, excuse me. So you're getting the over right now at a plus price, even though money's pouring in on the over. That's really weird to me. That is really, really weird to me. I'm not going to bite it. I'm going to take the under of the 7. I just think with us seeing that this means that Edmonton, they're going to win this game, but I think that they're going to score maybe 4, and I think Edmonton's going to have a good goaltending performance, so maybe this game ends 4-1, 4-2, but that line movement's just too weird to me.
Yeah, I like that play a lot. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I know the over 7s, they just don't get there that often. I mean, 8 goals is just so many goals to score in an NHL game, almost 3 a period there. So, yeah, could push, but tough to see that game going over. So I do like that play too. A game that I do think will go over, I'm looking at the Vegas Golden Knights and the New York Islanders. Right now, you can get over 6 minus 115 on DraftKings. That could potentially go to a 6.5. So I think the earlier the better to get involved here. And this is just, it's tricky. I was a huge under better in the NHL last year. 2 of my favorite under teams. The Islanders were dead nuts under, my favorite team to bet on last year. And Vegas was pretty much an under team last year as well. So it's a little bit trippy to me that I'm going over in this game, but basically the two teams have just shifted. The Islanders are like a dead nuts over team somehow, which I still can't really fathom. And I think Vegas is a bit of an over team as well. Vegas is going to be playing their 3rd and 4 nights, including a back-to-back with travel. So I think that hurts the defense there. I think they're going to be a little bit slower defensively and just not as pressing on the offense. So I think that's going to help out the Islanders. And the Islanders, I mean, their offenses look pretty good. They just hired Patrick Waugh as their coach. So I think they're playing with some just some extra fuel right now. They went under in their last game, but before that, 7 goals, 6 goals, 5 goals before that, 7, 7, 7, 6, 9. So a lot of goals being scored in Islanders games. Sorokin is just not the guy that he was last year. He's still okay, but he's not the shutdown brick wall goaltender that we're kind of used to seeing there. So, yeah, I do think this game is a bit of a shootout. I think we can see Vegas struggle defensively. Islanders probably go in and win this. I could see like a 5-2 Islanders win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these two teams have been kind of weird right now, but I can absolutely see it. We're going to go with the Senators money line going against the Canadiens. They beat Montreal by 4 just a few days ago. They're on a 7-game win streak versus Montreal, which I found interesting. Montreal lost 3-2 to San Jose just a couple weeks ago, and they're coming off a 9-4 loss to Boston. I just don't think that Montreal has a whole bunch in the tank right now. I believe they're playing at home. And Ethan, I think you talked about it earlier too, that you fade the team their first game back at home. So this is their first game back. I believe they were on a 3-game road trip prior. So I kind of like the Senators money line, minus 140, a little juicy, but I like it.
Yeah, can't argue that either. Montreal's off a stinker of a game where they gave up 9 to Boston. So it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back from that. But yeah, not a good showing last time out. I'm going to stick right in this game, Ottawa, Montreal. I like the over once again in this one, 6.5. You can get that minus 135. So this is likely going to 7 as well. Again, like we just kind of touched on, 7s don't go over that often. So I would try to get the 6.5 if you can. But I mean, point blank, it's just two teams that aren't great defensively. They are offensively. I just mentioned Montreal just gave up 9 goals. Like you said, these teams just played. There was 8 total goals in that one. Yeah, I mean, there's just been a lot of goals being scored in Montreal games, Senators games as well. I mean, they've had 8, 3, 8, 11, 9 in their last 5 games. So, yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot of defense here. Projected goalies, again, we are doing this day before. So this could switch, but it looks like Korpisalo going for the Senators, Jake Allen for the Canadians. Korpisalo 3.56 goals against average, Allen 3.49. So both guys giving up basically 3.5 goals a game. That gets you to 7. I know it's not that easy. I wish it was. But yeah, it's just at 6.5. I think you have a better shot at getting to 7 in this one than staying at 6. So yeah, I think Ottawa probably wins it again too. Not sure if they'll get it done by 4, but maybe a 5-3 type effort here. Get us over, get Ottawa the win, and get us off to a nice little 2-0 start on the show.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. Other than that, that is all the plays we'll talk about tonight. We are going to do one segment, the empty netter, with just a big plus odds play that you can just sprinkle a little bit of money on, and we're going to try to win you some money with just one big play. So, Ben, this play that we have chosen involves your St. Louis Blues, so I'm going to hand it over to you to give out our empty net play.
Does, man. We picked 2 teams right now. If you're wanting some big odds, looking at what we have in front of us, we have a whole bunch of teams winning by shutting out the other opponent. That's kind of a tricky, scary one to go with. So we're going to go with the overtime prop. We're going to go with the Blues versus Calgary. We think these teams are very similar and ranking, very similar in production. I absolutely see this going to overtime in a divisional game.
Yeah, and that, I believe, is plus 370 last I checked.
Plus 320, plus 370, one of those two. Depends where you get it. Find the best line.
So, yeah. Again, just a little sprinkle. But yeah, I think that game to me has low scoring, dogfight, overtime written all over it. So we do love that plus money at over 3-1 with that overtime prop. Guys, that's going to wrap it for our first episode of 5 Minute Wager, brought to you by Better and Green. We want to thank you guys for watching. Again, we're going to be doing this every week now, probably a couple times a week, most weeks. So be sure to keep your eyes peeled for our next episode. Guys, we also have multiple other shows going on. Tapping Vegas, the UFC show with Ben and Bobby. Wyatt and I doing the Getting Technical college basketball show. We still do have 2 weeks of NFL football left, so keep an eye out for intentional lounging. What's up?
2 more. That's
it.
2
more. 3 more games. It's sad. I don't even want to talk about it right now. I might cry. Yeah, guys, with just a ton of shows coming out, touching on basically every sport you can think of. We're even going to get some NBA going eventually. So keep your eyes peeled for us on YouTube with all those shows coming out. Also, head over to our website, bettergreen.com. We have articles coming out there all the time. We have the expansion football league articles that season also wrapping up just with the NFL. We have premium plays coming out there. Ben, I know you gave out some premium UFC plays. You and Bobby killed the UFC event this weekend.
Thank you, man.
You can only get those plays at bettergreen.com, and they'll cost you $1 a month to be a premium subscriber. That's it. $1, get all premium access. It's a really great deal. So we ask that you just consider becoming a premium member. And then other than that, guys, head over to Sharps. It is basically a sports betting social media app. Use our code BET269. That's bet with 2 T's, BETT 269. And yeah, just have some fun. We post our bets there almost every day. Just a really great group. And like I said, it's just basically a social media page for sports bettors. So head over there, check that out. And other than that, guys, Ben, do you have anything else to send us out with?
Enjoy the hockey action, man. Enjoy it. It's starting to heat up now.
It's heating up. It's a good time of year for, a lot of sports really right now. But yeah, enjoy that NHL action. And guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks, guys.
Peace, guys.
You better start listening to the Better and Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome to Better and Green, eh? To Better and Green, eh? To Better and Green, eh? Listening and cash out. That's why make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spots from the bottom to the top. Hey, shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome to our podcast. Better win green.